Action.
Actually, good job, Paula. I'm very happy with that. But we didn't have.
We don't have our mics.
We don't have our mics.
I did lower the background noise and enhance our voices. So
Okay.
Well, there we go. We're enhanced.
I'll go grab them.
You want to go grab them? Hi, everyone.
We don't have any. We have one. Hello.
That's right. Hi. I haven't been in front of the camera in months.
You haven't been in the store in
I
like
haven't
3
been in the
years.
store. You know, I've got this new schedule. I work 2 days and I'm off for 5. So I'm going to keep doing
Is that the semi-retired stage?
You know, you think? I don't know. Kate, what you think? Work 2 days, off 5. Work 2, off 5.
It sounds good to me.
Watch. What happens?
Sorry, I'm trying to get this in.
I'm not going to say a word.
Okay. Let's see. We got a giveaway.
What? Nothing. Sorry.
The giveaway is this drawstring bag. So, and this is going to go to Debbie Hennick. I did this one a couple of years ago.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yay, Debbie, congratulations.
Yeah.
That's very exciting. So
I'm wondering if it's still got the hole inside that I never closed up.
probably.
What are you saying?
Well, you said you never closed it up, so that means that it would still be there. Oh no, it's closed. Look at that.
I closed it
Yes,
up.
you did. Good job. That's awesome. Well, congratulations, Debbie. It is an actually done drawstring bag, so you don't even have to do any sewing yourself. It's good. Announcements. Do we have some announcements? We have our kids camp going next week, right?
We have kids quilting starting tomorrow.
That's right. Oh, yay. That's good.
We could take you over and show you that project. Really cute, kind of very modern looking. Yeah,
It's
quilt.
that's awesome too.
So we're going to do that starting tomorrow at the Fulton store.
And it's what, kids anywhere from 8 to 64?
8 to 64. Would you grab me the quilt, Christine, please? Thank you. So that project is Thursday and Friday this week. And then the next 2 weeks, I'm going to be on vacation.
Are you really?
Because we have 60 children
that's right.
coming through.
That's a good point.
Actually, I'm lying. 45.
Oh, I think I'm going to be on vacation too.
Yeah, I think I just,
we have 40.
I'm still on my 2 on, 5 off routine. So
I hope Christine and Amanda are ready for this.
Wow. I know.
Yes, we have 45 children coming to our kids' summer camp this year.
Which is very exciting.
Yes,
It's
really
a whole new
exciting.
generation. It's very cool. We actually did that camp in Littleton last week and had another 15 down there. So
yeah,
it was really cool. Yep. Very good.
Okay. So this is our project, for the kids quilting.
It's like the intermediate.
This is an intermediate. They're going to learn to quilt is basically what they're going to do.
That's very exciting.
Yeah.
Just make a little project.
No, this is a nice project.
Yeah.
Are you going to teach them out of free motion, Paula?
Oh, absolutely she is.
No, I am not. We're going to teach them how to stitch in the ditch.
Oh, there you go. That's perfect. Yeah.
So we actually have 2.5 weeks of really busy children in the store.
That's very good. Yeah,
So
we're excited about
anybody
that.
that lives local that has any type of alcohol, we're taking donations for that. Donuts and chocolate.
That's
And if you
perfect.
just don't know what to do with your time, you can come on over and help us
That's
teach.
right. Exactly.
The kids will love it. No, we absolutely love doing it.
It is very fun, actually. And it's grown and grown and grown. It's 3 sessions, or is it just 2 sessions?
3 sessions.
3 sessions now. Wow. That's crazy. That's awesome.
1 week has morning and afternoon, and 1 week just has
Morning. Afternoon.
Afternoon. Oh, cool.
Mhm.
Good deal.
Yeah.
You know what? I forgot my joke. Can I go get it?
Yes, you may.
Okay, hold on.
I'll give
I'll
you
be right back.
permission.
Yep.
And then we have comments.
We have comments sold on Friday. So join us for comments sold on Friday at 2:00. We've got some great new products to show you there.
All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Oh, do we have more announcements, though?
Not at the moment.
I didn't want to interrupt your announcements.
You just did.
I think we're about announced out.
Oh, that's good. All
Oh my
right.
gosh, this is a long one.
It is a long joke. So this is from Christine.
Oh no.
And when she was reading it, she laughed out loud.
And that's
And
good.
said, "Oh, Patrick has to read this."
Oh,
so
good.
I can't
Well,
wait to hear it.
Oh, you haven't heard it yet
No.
then?
Have you
Oh,
read it yet?
I have not.
Okay.
I read the first paragraph.
Okay,
So,
let's get going.
all right. So a man walks up to the underwear department store counter. 2 pairs of underwear, please. The man behind the counter looks at him in disbelief. Only 2 pairs of underwear? Yep. I wear one while the other one is in the wash. The man behind the counter looks at him in disgust, then rings out his order. A second man walks in. 5 pairs of underwear, please. Only 5, eh? Yeah, I wear one for every weekday, then go commando all the weekend. The man behind the counter shakes his head. Well, you're better than the last guy. A third man walks in. 7 pairs of underwear, please. Finally, a man who knows hygiene. Yes, I do try. One for every day, and I do my laundry on Sunday. At the end of the day, a fourth man walks into the underwear department. 12 pairs of underwear, please. Wow, you must be really clean, says the man behind the counter. The man smiles. Yep, that's me. Hang on, let me see if I counted right. January, February, March.
Oh, dear.
Oh, that's a good one.
That is very cute, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, that is a good
Not
one.
pink at all.
No, the color of my shirt. That's why I wear this shirt.
Oh my
Yep.
gosh.
All right. Well, what are you guys doing today, by the way?
It's
I know
a mystery.
It is a mystery, but it's going to be solved.
It is.
Yes, and it's our best mystery ever. So hopefully you guys are all going to have fun with that. So I guess I'm turning it over to Paula.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Super excited. I think we're going to do some cutting, right?
We are.
We normally start with cutting.
We are. Okay. This is step 6, final step of the Christmas mystery. It's gone really fast.
It has gone fast. 6 weeks?
6 weeks.
It doesn't seem like 6 weeks ago that we started.
It feels
this.
like it goes Wednesday. Wednesday. I mean, I just feel like it's gone
Yeah.
like from Wednesday to Wednesday really fast.
We've also had a lot of stuff going on in the stores.
Yeah,
so.
we've just been a little bit busy.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So just to recap, in case you're new, we started this 6 weeks ago. It is a Christmas mystery. The instructions for the first, the set of instructions for like the fabric and stuff that you need. And step 1 is the first week of June on our calendar on our website. And every Wednesday since then, we've been doing a block. So we started it with week 1 with the log cabin block.
Okay.
Week 2 was the presents block.
Okay.
Week 3 was the Christmas candy block.
Okay.
Week 4 was the Christmas trees. Week 5, last week was the Christmas houses.
Okay.
Okay? So this week...
What have we got left to do? Ornaments. Christmas ornaments.
No.
Any guesses? Hi, Miss Connie. I hope you're doing well. Been thinking about you, dear.
We are doing my
Oh,
favorites. Ho, ho, ho! Ho, ho, ho block.
oh, I love it.
So you're going to make the H and O. These are each 6-inch blocks.
Okay.
And you need to make, and then you sew them together, and then you need to make a total of 4.
Okay.
So we have made 1, 2, 3. I'm going to make 1 more. Then we're going to show you how we put it all together.
I'm so excited to see it. And I have not seen this put together, by the way. Everybody.
I worked on it last week. All right. So for each block, you need a red, green, or pink for the main part of the H and the center of the O.
Okay.
Then you're going to use your white prints, not your white background fabric, but your white print.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, your white print, you're going to cut these pieces. I mean, your color, you're going to cut these pieces.
Uh-huh.
And then the white print, you're going to cut these lighter pieces.
Okay.
Okay. So you're not using your background fabric at all in these blocks.
It's actually just opposites, right?
Yep, it is.
Okay.
It's just opposites. But you turn one so you don't have any seams to match when you sew them together.
Cheryl says she can't wait to see it put together. Well, Cheryl, you don't have to wait very long
Okay.
because other than these blocks, Paula has the quilt top put together for us to show us today.
Okay. All right, so for the H block from a colored print, you need 2.5 by 6.5 inch rectangles, 2.5 by 2.5 inch square.
Mm-hmm.
But from that same colored print, you're going to cut one more 2.5 by 2.5 square for the O block.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to cut 2.5 by 6.5 inch rectangles and 2.5 inch squares.
Okay.
Okay,
It's easy cutting too this time, right?
it's way easy cutting. It's just that's all it is just rectangles and squares. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut 2.5 by 6.5 inch rectangles. Steve's not here, but the owners.
This year.
Okay, and then I'm going to cut 2.5 inch squares.
Laura says that she's reading all the words and following all the arrows.
You go, girl. Okay, and then from the white print, we are going to cut 2.5 inch squares for the H, 2.5 by 6.5 inch rectangles, and 2.5 inch squares for the O. So I'm going to cut 2, and then I'm going to cut 4.
4.
On canvas, it's an old singer professional. I've had it for 100 years. Yeah.
There we go.
I don't feel like I've sewn for like 2 weeks. What with Benina University and then my little vacation out of town this last weekend.
Yeah.
I'm like having sewing withdrawals.
Are ya?
Yeah.
Okay, so 2.5 by 2.5 inch square.
And then you need 2 more of
Two
those,
more.
right?
Yep. So there's 2. Okay, I'm going to cut one more out of here.
Yeah, it makes it confusing because we give you a thing to get.
So there is a page for this block, and then there will be a second page that has the
final
finishing instructions.
Okay.
Exactly. So there will be 2 PDFs to download.
I can change it.
Okay.
Okay. I feel like we're going for a walk.
We are going for a walk.
Okay, I'm going to grab a couple of things as we go for a walk.
Okay.
You know what to do. Okay, so 149 is your total today.
Wanda, I am waiting to hear back from Dime on your hoops. I did email them. Sorry I didn't let you know that I was waiting to hear back. I did email them over the weekend and, or at least a day or two ago, and I have not heard back from them as of yet.
Okay. So first we're going to make the H. So we're going to lay 1 2.5 inch square of the green.
This is an easy block.
So easy. Nothing has to really match up.
Oh, it's a Patrick block.
Yeah, there you go. So I'm going to put my machine on Q2, so I have my 1/4 inch seam. You don't have to mark any lines. You don't have to flip any corners. This one's pretty easy.
No laser, nothing today.
Nothing. So we're just going to sew the center part of the H together. We're going to press. And I'm going to press towards the dark colors, I think. Okay, and then we're just going to sew a rectangle to each side.
Ooh,
And
that was hard.
there we have an H. I know.
Okay, I am going to show you today's bundle. It is super cute. It's a very untraditional Christmas colors. But let's take a peek at this. So we have this really pretty teal. This is all metallic. So it has the metallic stars on it. It's got snowflakes on it. And then this one. So, I mean, it is a Christmas fabric, but it's almost like a winter fabric. I think it would make great projects that you can leave up a little bit longer than just Christmas. Excuse me. Bless you. I'm sorry about that. Excuse me. Okay, so we have the two teals with the snowflakes on them. And then we have this really, really dusky, would you call this a pink or like a light lavender? It's kind of a mix, isn't it?
I initially would have said pink, but I think it's more of like a light, kind of a dusty mauve.
It goes
pink.
more purple when you put the other fabrics
Yeah.
with it, I think. So this one has just got like the snowflakes on. It's really pretty.
It's like that line that we had a few years ago that was these colors like silvers and
It's actually
burgundies
from
and-
the same fabric
Figured.
line. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
called Staff fabric. And then this one has definitely got like leaves and acorns and things on it. And it starts to bring in that darker burgundy.
Ooh, those are so pretty.
And then we've got the dark plum color one with the silver metallic and light lavender snowflakes on it. So this bundle is 5 half yards and it is $32.98 because it is a metallic fabric line. And it is called We Love Christmas, which it really doesn't scream Christmas. It's more of a winter.
Winter, it's
Yes.
perfect. You could leave it out like till Valentine's Day.
Yeah, you really could.
Yeah.
hmm It's nice to have something to leave out after Christmas because when you put all your Christmas decorations away, everything's bare.
Yeah.
It feels
Yeah.
really bare.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so we got our H done.
love it.
Okay, so now we're going to make our O. It's the very same thing. It's just opposite. The very same thing, but opposite.
Yeah,
That makes a lot of sense.
it does not.
So we're going to make our O. And we're going to do the very same thing. We're going to sew this middle row together, then sew on the rectangles.
Okay.
I don't know. Hold on to your hat because this life's going to be done pretty quick.
No, because we got more to do today.
We do have more to do today. Okay. And again, I'm going to press towards the green when I press these pieces. And then I guess I'm going to go ahead and press towards the big rectangles too.
Okay. So Patrick and I, when we went to Benina University, we got to go to the Riley Blake warehouse.
I didn't get a chance to ask you about that. Was it amazing?
Amazing. And we got to see fabric artists at work, actually like in their booths doing the sketching of new fabrics. It was amazing.
So their artists actually work there, or
they do a little bit of both.
Both. Okay.
Mhm. Yep. They all have like a booth area.
Do they really?
And they have like multiple screens up in front of them, and then they're like drawing, and they've got all different color swatches. It was amazing.
That's so cool.
Yeah. And maybe Laurie Holt was there too.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yes.
Well, of course she was, but I didn't want to tell you because she'd be mad at me.
Really jealous. Yeah, I would be.
Oh, it was amazing.
Oh,
Beautiful,
she's another-
state-of-the-art, brand new warehouse.
really?
Amazing.
Laurie's
Yes.
another person that I don't think sleeps.
Yeah. Plug in what I'm doing, and walking through all the steps.
It was, Laura. It was pretty fun.
Totally
And
jealous.
they treated us like royalty. I mean, they just had snacks and goodie bags and giveaway stuff and all of this stuff.
Oh, I
it
didn't
was.
see any of the giveaway stuff. You didn't share.
It didn't share. It's actually all by my side of my desk.
I'm teasing.
I'll see what's in there that I can share with you. Okay.
Okay, so we have our H and our O. Oh my gosh, look at those!
It's so
You're
pretty.
gonna sew them together. If you want to, you can use your 6.5-inch ruler just to double check yourself. If you need to, you feel like you need to trim or make sure you're spot on. And then I'm going to press towards the green, towards the H.
Thank you, Susan. That was sweet of you to say that.
And there's our...
Guess I'm going to have to go share some of my goodies from Riley Blake with Paula now.
You thought you were going to get away with it, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want to hold that up
Sure.
for me? Okay, so we have a manager special for you today. This is a panel that has 6 different fronts on it. Here's a finished one right here. So this is what it would look like if you finish them. So it will make 6 placemats. You would need to put your backing fabric and some binding fabric. But we just have 2 panels left, and they are $6. And it is a full 1-yard cut on the panel.
And you can make 6
So,
placemats,
6 or 3.
you could put front to back.
Yes, and then you would get 3 placemats.
Yeah. Okay, that's fun. Those are so fun.
She is very special.
Who, me or Lori Holt?
You.
Easy.
But if I give something to Paula, shh,
I won't tell
because
anybody.
then Val's going to want something, and Christine and Amanda.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
But Patrick had a goodie bag too. Did he give you anything from his goodie
No,
bag?
but I'm going to go speak with him.
Yeah, we'll go dig in his bag
I think
and
I
we'll
would
see what we
appreciate his
can
goodie
find.
bag more than he will.
Okay, so
appreciate
the
his goodie bag.
2 panels are going to Cindy Reimer and Nancy Rust. Yours.
There we go.
Okay.
This button is kind of broken.
Oh,
So,
okay. Then I'll just go back and get the names afterwards.
Cindy
Okay.
Reimer
And
and
Nancy
Nancy Rust.
Rust. Yeah.
We can remember that.
Okay. Are you ready?
So what do we do next?
Well, I don't know. You tell us. Paula.
Oh, what should we do next? Let's show what I've put together, and then we'll finish what we started and finish.
Okay.
How about that?
Okay.
Okay.
You ready?
Let's go over here so we can lay it on the floor.
So we are going to lay it on the floor. I think it's going to go right here. Hope you all like it. There it is.
And then we're going to finish our ho blocks and add them to this quilt, and then it will be almost done.
Uh-oh. Here's a peek. I'll let you put it out, and then I'll put it over. Oh, Paula, it is so cute. Look how cute this is, everybody. Isn't that amazing? Well, there you go.
So-
Laura says she's excited to see it. I know it's a delayed response because hopefully you can see it now.
So they're sewed together with sashing rows. We'll show you the directions to do the
Yep.
sashing in the border.
Anne says, so cute. And Gail is so cute. So she's just going to lay these blocks down at the bottom for you all to see. We're going to get those put on. I think you did a great job.
Thank you.
Are you going to need help up off the floor, Paula?
No.
Oh, I love it. Christine, did you see?
this is so cute.
It is so cute.
Adorable.
Where is my...
Okay, so seeing it finished, Christine said that Paula did an okay job.
It's so cute.
We do still have, we don't have any, but we can make maybe about 2 or 3 more
it's over there on the
kits.
table.
So if anybody has been waiting till the end to see whether they wanted to get a kit, I would hurry up on it because probably this time tomorrow we'll take it down and we will be done with the kits for this mystery.
Yep.
Cheryl said she had a feeling it might be rose.
Yeah. I don't know what I did with my basket. Oh, let's see.
Okay, I think we're going to go back over to the machine. The kit on this one was $85, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Yep. So the kit fee on this one, no, the finished pattern won't be up until we've completely finished here today. So Paula's going to sew this bottom row together right across here. She'll attach the row, and then we will talk about how to do the borders and finish it up.
Yep. Okay.
Yes.
So these are what your instructions will look like when we get it all said and done.
So it's just going to have like a wide white border, and that kind of gives the impression that it's kind of floating.
Right.
Yes.
And then the binding is that red and green stripe that's in the kit. Okay?
Thank you, Anne. I think these are sketches, if I'm not mistaken. That's about all I can wear anymore.
Okay. Should we go put it together?
Yeah, except I took my shoe off now to see what my sandal was. Okay, we're good. They are sketches, Anne, and they are new this year, so they probably still have them.
All right. So I just made sure that my colors were spread out when I sewed my row together. So as I sewed all the rows together, I laid them out just to try to make sure I alternated the reds and the greens and the pinks.
Okay.
You know, in between everything. We'll talk more about that. So I'm going to sew this together, and then we'll talk about how I measured and how I made sure everything fit.
Okay.
We'll do all that. Okay. So let's just sew these together. We'll talk about measurements, all that kind of stuff. But this block's pretty easy to put together, so it'll go together really fast.
And then we do have backing kits for this quilt too, right?
Yes, we do.
And those are cut from 108, so you don't need to do any piecing. And do you remember how much the backing kits were?
No, but it's up on the website.
35, maybe?
Something like that.
That's pretty inexpensive. And then, of course, the binding is the stripe fabric, right?
The red and green stripe, and I will grab that and we can talk about that.
I'm sorry, how much?
$33.
So the backing kit is $33.99.
It is $85.
And the actual fabric kit is $85, and that includes your binding.
Okay. So got the row done.
Perfect.
Goes together pretty fast.
Oh, you need the rest of your quilt, don't you?
I do. I'll grab it.
Okay. We did put together a scrap bundle. This is a manager special. There is only one. These are actually all the bits and pieces left out of Paula's quilt. There's quite a bit of fabric in here, to be honest with you. And this is $8. So if anybody wants a good variety, maybe somebody didn't buy a kit but is now thinking about doing it, this would be a great little bundle. Instead of us putting it in our scrap drawer, we're going to just offer it to you guys for $8. Okay. And Miss Cherry is going to take the leftovers bundle.
Okay. So I did, as I sewed my rows together, and we'll talk about this more when we talk about the sashing, I did put some pins in as I sew these long rows together just to hold everything in place so it doesn't stretch. Okay. And we will talk about that more. Because kind of the tricky thing about sewing rows together is making sure that they all fit.
At the end.
And when they're pieced, it can be tricky because when you have piece rows, there's a little bit more, variation. There could be a little more variation when you sew your rows together. So that's where sometimes you can get a little creative with your pressing. You can stretch a little bit, to make things fit.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely, I'm not a pinner, but definitely when I sewed these rows together with the sashing and stuff, I used pins. And I kind of work from pin to pin just to make sure that everything, and I would, for me not right here doing it on camera, I would probably have pins like every 6-8 inches.
Okay.
Just to hold everything real secure.
This is definitely Paula's go-to machine. Yes, Susan. I think what's fun about this block, though, is even if you aren't making the full quilt, you can make individual blocks, put them into a pillow. You can make the little, the pinwheel block. You could make that into little coasters or into trivets. So there's lots of things that you can do, even if you're not planning on making the full quilt.
Right. You can play with the blocks and you can make a vertical wall hanging with the blocks. Not a whole quilt, just, a couple of blocks.
And just add the borders to make them all the same width.
Exactly. Definitely lots of choices. Okay, I'm going to go press this on the big ironing board, and then we can lay it on the table and talk about it on the table. How about that?
Let's go over to the table.
So I don't have to keep getting on the floor.
And I will take this fabric bundle over with me, and we can talk about this once more. Okay. So here is today's fabric bundle. It is a new fabric line from Stoff. It is called a Christmas line, but like we were just saying, it's more of a winter line. And it's this really soft pink color with a dark plum and these pretty, pretty teals. Nothing really Christmassy, more snowflake. And this is 5 half-yard bundles for $32.98. And we are putting together the whole quilt here. Paula's going to lay it out and show you. And what she was just talking about with the rotation of or spacing the colors out. Like when you look across the top here, she's got red, green, red, green, red, green. So she kind of rotated them to make sure that she's not heavy on one side, on one color, and light on the other side. And are the border strips all 2.5 inches? Yes, they are. So the border is the white fabric, the white on white, not the print.
Right. Okay. So here we go. So one of the things you need to cut is see how the trees are separated by little strips?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a strip on each end. Those rectangles are cut 1 3/4 by 10.5. Your tree is 10.5 inches tall.
Okay.
So your sashing, be sure and cut it 1 3/4 because if you don't, it won't fit.
Is this the only block that requires extra sashing between them?
It's the only row. All the rest of the rows, they're all sewn together
right next to each other.
Every block. Yep. The candies, I did green, red, green, red. The presents, I tried to alternate the pinks and the reds and the greens. You kind of have to watch the bows too, because like I tried to put a present here and a present there, and then the two bows matched.
Yeah.
So you really kind of have to sit down and kind of play with it a little bit.
Okay. But the only one when you're stitching the rows together that requires extra fabric in it is going to be this tree row right here.
Right. And
Okay.
those are 1 3/4 by 10 1/2.
And that would be on the directions.
That's on the direction. So you're just going to, as you sew your tree row together, you're going to have a rectangle on each end and in between each tree.
Okay.
Okay. Then you're going to cut 7 2-inch by width of fabric strips for the sashing. You're going to sew those together end to end. Okay.
Okay.
Whether there is enough here, whether you sew them straight on or you sew on the diagonal.
Okay.
Okay. 'Cause some people do it differently.
Okay. And that's the sashing that goes in between the rows.
Each row.
Not top and bottom, just in between the rows.
Yep.
Okay.
That's just these in here.
Okay.
Then the borders are going to go on the outside of the sides and the top and the bottom. Okay. The borders are 2 1/2 inches by width of fabric strips. You're going to cut 6 of those. Again, you're going to sew those end to end.
Okay.
So here's what we're going to talk about a little bit. When you're sewing different kinds of blocks together into rows, you're going to have a little bit of wiggle. A little bit of, they're not all going to be exactly the same. So when you sew them and you press them, when you first press them very gently. Don't stretch them. Okay. Just do a kind of a basic press so they lay nice and flat.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to cut, you're going to kind of lay them all out and kind of see if they're all generally about the same length.
Okay.
If you have one that's a little bit short, then go back and repress that and stretch it.
Okay.
Okay. To make it match. These blocks are pretty forgiving. If you have a row, one row or 2 rows that are like a 1/4 inch longer than everybody else, you can take and shave off 1/8 of an inch each end.
Okay.
Because it's like the present's pretty forgiving. This candy's pretty forgiving. Nobody's going to be able to tell.
You're not losing a point.
Right. You're not losing any points. The trees are forgiving. The houses are a little less forgiving, but you still have enough wiggle room. And then the H's and O's
would be forgiving
too. Okay. So that's what I did. Is I initially spread out my rows and I kind of pressed them very gently, just so they lay flat, to kind of get an idea of how long they are.
Okay. And do you press with steam or without steam?
I press with steam very carefully so I don't stretch.
Okay.
Yeah. I love steam. So after you have sewn your tree blocks together with your sashing, each row mathematically should measure 48 1/2 inches long.
Okay.
Mathematically perfectly. Mine actually measured all of them except one measured 48 1/4.
Okay.
So mine were, because some of my seams were maybe just a little bit fat, or some rows have a lot. All of my rows measured 48 1/4. I just tried to make them all as precise as I could.
Okay.
So then after you've measured your rows and you've seen if they measure exactly 48 1/2 inches, then that's what you're going to cut your sashing strips at, is 48 1/2 inches. When I saw that my rows were a little bit short, I cut my sashing 48 1/4. I made them match the width of my rows.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Uh-huh. And then that's why you pin to make sure
that everything matches spot on. And I actually pinned every single
when
row.
you measure your blocks from side to side, do you measure top and bottom, or do you measure in the center?
I actually measure in the center.
Yeah,
I actually lay the
always
whole ruler on there and kind of see where I'm at the whole block.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so does that make sense? Do you have any questions about that?
Nope, just the one about the steam.
Okay. Yeah. I love steam. I use steam all the time. Okay, so and another thing that I did is after I made sure that all my rows were the same width and I cut my sashing strips, I actually took each row and I sewed one sashing strip to the bottom of each row instead of sewing on a row and then sew on a sash and then sew on a row, then sew on a sash. It just made it a lot easier to handle.
Okay.
Okay. But you can do it however you want to do it. Okay. So then you have your whole quilt.
Which is where we are right now.
Which is where we're at right now.
Okay.
The whole quilt all sewn. So mathematically, so here's we are where we see it here. It says sew the sashing strips together end to end. Cut 5 strips that long or the length of your rows. So this is where you have to read all the words and you sew the complete quilt together. Okay. So now I'm going to sew my border strips together, and those are 2 1/2 inches. I'm going to sew them together end to end.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm going to measure my quilt. What is my, the first one is going to be actually the length.
Okay.
So I measured my quilt. Mathematically, it's going to be 51 1/2 inches long. I don't know if mine is.
I love the way, I love the way you say mathematical.
Well, that's just
That's what it should
the truth
be.
of it is.
Yes.
Yeah. But I would measure my top from top to bottom, and whatever length, and I would do it like the left side, the middle, and the right side, just to make sure
And
that
take
I'm
an average.
square.
Mhm.
Right. And I'm going to cut my 2 side borders that length. I'm going to pin them on and make sure that they fit like they should.
Mm-hmm.
Then again, I'm going to press, and then again, I'm going to measure width-wise, see what my width is, and then cut my top and bottom borders to be that width.
Okay.
Mathematically, it's supposed to be 52 inches. You know, there's probably going to be a little bit of give there.
Hey, everybody, I'm going to go measure hers after we get off live, and I'll let you all know how close to mathematical she really is, okay? Well, Paula, you did an incredible job for us.
Well, thank you. I just wanted to kind of give them an idea what it looks like with the floating borders, because it's kind of fun. Then you're going to cut your binding strips and bind it. So this is really going to look like it's really kind of floaty.
Oh, yeah. We've actually had a couple of people request that, Nancy, so we'll do some thinking on that one. I love it. I love how that outside border
Kind of makes it kind of float, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then when you add that cute binding, it'll be really fun.
Oh, I love it. Okay, so
Okay.
I think with that, we are done with Mystery 58.
Yay.
Don't wait too long. Christine, everybody can see you.
If you want a kit, it's the last call. Because we're going
Paula's going to finish them up this weekend, and then we're done.
forever, never, never, amen. What? Okay. And then you're on your own.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
thanks for joining us,
Thanks,
everybody,
everybody.
and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Tomorrow, I am doing the next block for Rocky Mountain Sampler.
Woohoo!
So,
Perfect.
block 7.
They love it.
Good.
Okay.
Good, I'm glad.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.